Trip began in Calgary. The Caps have come together. They fought fire with fire against the Flames Tuesday, stinging their host with a swift backhand to the face. Last night when the pads went on, a calmness washed over them. This Beagle begged for a third period rally to begin. Throughout the game, the Caps' big dog had been blanked. But in the end, Alex left Ryan crying in Vancouver. Tonight they see a talented lad named McDavid, whose moves tell you Connor can play. They're getting younger and younger in the NHL on CSN. Step right up, step right up. The last season at Rexall. CSN presents Capitals hockey. This evening the Caps conclude a week away from home in Edmonton, where the Oilers are sliding along on a winning roll. You'll need credentials to pass beyond this space. The Caps have put the mask on Philip Grubauer to get him started, while Alex Ovechkin plans to keep on finishing time and time again. It is so great to see you again. Alongside Craig Laughlin, I'm Joe Beninati. We'll get Alan May involved inside the glass very soon. When you size up this matchup, what concerns you?
I think it's legs for the Caps playing back-to-back. I think they've got to keep their shifts short, and they're going to have clean changes. No line can get caught out there late in this first period.
As we scan the rosters for the Caps and Oilers, you can't help but notice the guys with the exceptional draft pedigree.
5 number 1 picks on display tonight. Ovechkin, the Caps captain in 04. Hall, RNH in 2011. Yakupov, and the phenom Connor McDavid, who was first overall this past summer.
Blocker, Ovechkin, and McDavid have wasted very little time getting to the top of their team's goal-scoring list.
Yeah, Connor McDavid has 4 goals. He's the most decorated player ever to come out of the OHL. He's been called the next one because of plays like this. He's only 18 years old. He has a rocket with tremendous speed. For the Capitals captain, we know what he does. Sit, slick, hands. Nicest goal of 1 of 5 he's got this season. And then he finishes this one on a nice 2-1 give and go.
And away we go. The Caps sent Philip Grubauer out to protect their interest tonight. When we return, we'll accentuate the positives for the man guarding the goal on CSN. That minding matchup that features the second chair for both squads.
For the Caps, Philip Grubauer gets his first start of the season. 20 appearances under his belt over 3 seasons. He's 7-6-5 with a GA under 2.5. He'll be facing a big Swede with 22 appearances. Anders Nilsson gets a nod. Joey's 6'5", 230 pounds.
A very big man indeed. Craig, lend us your insight into what makes Grubauer tick.
Here's his scouting report. He's very smart, good hockey IQ, processes situations very well. Good hands, catch glove real fast. He's a wide butterflyer, covers the lower corners very well. He's got quick feet, especially post to post. He's agile with good mobility in the paint.
Hoping to help the Caps to a sweep on this trip. Jason Chimera this evening back in his hometown of Edmonton. Hopes to keep the hot hand started in Calgary that he continued through Vancouver when he sets up to salute the Oilers and Caps on CSN. Beautifully done this Friday night inside of Rexall Place by Mr. Robert Clark, the national anthems of Canada and the United States. This is the NHL on CSN. We welcome viewers around the world on the American Forces Network and on CSN California, also on board with us at CSN Mid-Atlantic. Star Trek's presented by Toyota Locker. These two should get your attention.
Yeah, they will. Alex Ovechkin, obviously we all know him. 9 goals in 10 games versus the Oilers. It's the Caps' last visit here. I'd like to see him score again. Connor McDavid, I'm excited to see this 18-year-old. He'll be wearing number 97. 5 points, 3 goals in his last 3 games for this phenom.
Barry Trotz brings his boys to town into Edmonton after wins Tuesday in Calgary and last night in Vancouver. Better than 600 W's on his resume. The new bench boss here in Edmonton, Todd McClellan, for so long, the last 7 years, in fact, as the head coach in San Jose. He brings the Oilers into this matchup at 3-4. They dropped their first 4 decisions, so they're on a 3-game winning roll, just as the Caps have won 4 straight. The on-ice officials tonight, veteran referees Dave Jackson and Brad Watson. Linesmen this evening, Mark Wheeler and Keel Murchison. Edmonton at home in the blue. We're off and running. Karl Alzner teams up with Matt Niskanen in back. TJ Oshie, Evgeny Kuznetsov, and Alex Ovechkin getting the starting nod up front. As you see the Capitals lines top of the screen. One change from an evening ago. Taylor Chorney gets back into the lineup on the blue line for Washington. Nate Schmidt, a healthy scratch. Hall will drop it back behind Philip Grubauer, making his first start and first appearance of the season for Washington in nets.
And both teams quick line change, only about 25-30 seconds in. That's going to be important for this Caps team to make sure they get their legs early. Everyone getting into it here at Rexall Place in the first 20.
Pouliot right to the webbing of the glove of Grubauer. Benoit Pouliot, a 29-year-old from Alfred, Ontario.
He's bounced around in his career, you know, a former first-round pick. Benoit Pouliot's now played with 6 different teams. He had a real good season last year here. He put up 19 goals for Edmonton.
In his second season now with the Oilers, as you see the face-off between Backstrom and McDavid. Pouliot, you mentioned, number 4 overall back in the summer of '05. Crosby, Bobby Ryan, and Jack Johnson went 1, 2, 3.
Not too bad, right?
This is offside against Washington on the go. Joe Beninati, Craig Laughlin upstairs. Alan May is inside the glass, back at home in Edmonton.
Hey guys, it's been a great road trip, and I'm probably more excited about this game than the other two that we were just on. And you look at all these young Edmonton Oilers, how fast they skate, the enthusiasm, finally having a veteran coaching staff. It's a lot different team from the first week of the season where they suffered with 4 straight losses, 3 wins in a row here, and they're certainly playing better without the puck. A lot of teaching's been going on, and the guys have been responding.
Anders Nilsson knocking down that deflection. The ice is normally so good here at Rexall Place. Have the Oilers ever had a slow skating team?
No, I think they pride themselves when they recruit, when they draft, to have very swift skaters. And it started back in the heyday with Coffey, Messier, Gretzky, guys like that. That could wheel and deal.
Oilers in possession. Pouliot gets the center stripe. He'll dump it in. Both coaches want a line change on the fly. We're 90 seconds old in Edmonton. The Caps and the Oilers, 1 of 6 this Friday night. John Carlson plays right up the gut for Jay Beagle, who was magnificent an evening ago. Chimera has a step right to the cage. Pad save, rebound was there. Oh, so close for Beagle.
That was a great save by the back checker there, getting on Beagle as Purcell got back just in time to knock that puck out of the empty net.
Team didn't practice today, but what an amazing stationary breakout with that long stretch pass up the center ice, and then the blind backhand pass to Jason Chimera streaking down the right wing.
3 games in 4 nights for Washington. Obviously at work an evening ago at Rogers Arena in Vancouver, so the morning skate was an optional one. Like challenging Justin Schultz there. Chandler Stevenson plays it off the boards. Counter-attacking Luke Gazdic in the lineup. A turning Dmitry Orlov will wait. It was Orlov who clicked with Kuznetsov and Ovechkin for the game winner last night. Right around 5 minutes remaining in regulation. Dmitry with a long stretch pass that sent in Kuznetsov. Grubauer giving the marching orders for Taylor Chorney. This 28-year-old from Thunder Bay, Ontario, sends it on around. At the line, offside against Edmonton.
The Washington Capitals, great opportunity, and Alan May mentioned the stationary breakout. Here it is, up the middle, Beagle to the wing, and watch this pass go right to left. And that's Chimera with a full head of steam, no chance for the D. They'll follow up on an empty net, denied by Purcell. What a stop, it's a game saver right there. Good back check by their big winger.
Alex Ovechkin rumbling down the wing. Snap pass on the money, gorgeous play, score! Yevgeny Kuznetsov.
Bang, bang, bang. Doesn't get any better than that, the way the Caps are throwing around the puck. Breaking down the Edmonton Oilers defensively. And that looked amazing from up top here. You could see it develop, and Kuzi makes it look easy as he just goes to his backhand. He's been picking up a lot of helpers. He's now got his first marker off the face-up. Watch the puck be thrown around wide to OV. A center drive over to Oshie, and Oshie finds Kuzi. On a center drive, absolutely nobody from the Oilers picks up the Capitals 92. And the Caps have an early 1-0 lead.
Gretzky to Messier to Curry. Washington has the 1-0 advantage at the 3:05 mark of period 1. Evgeny Kuznetsov, who's been on the business end of so many nice passes, received a gem from TJ Oshie. Justin Williams is out there along with Nicholas Backstrom. We get a whistle here. The puck was played with a high stick as the Capitals strike quickly. And Evgeny Kuznetsov is the man who turns the light on to give the Caps the advantage.
One more look. Carlson, Ovechkin, to Oshie, to Kuznetsov, and the goaltender is going side to side. He's a big fella, doesn't hold the ground. And Kuzi this season, a point per game, masterful centerman. I like the lines. You know, there's been a lot of comments in the press about when are they going to put Nick back with OV. I like the lines now. The top 6 are very solid and are gelling well for the Caps.
Lori Korpikoski will dump it in. I'm sure they're interchangeable too. We're a long ways from the finish of this season. We just begin in the month of October. Alsner there to play. One night after being in front of friends and family in his home Canadian province of British Columbia. We're in Alberta tonight, where this trip began. Kuznetsov with a #1 star performance in that one against the Flames at Saddle Dome. Schultz will send it on around for Klefbom. Oscar Klefbom, 22-year-old Swede.
The only goal that's come from the blue line has been off his stick.
Chorny using the glass to bang it back to center. Sekera on the head man. Gazdic is a rough and tumble winger. Mark Letestu in there on this shift as well. Anton Slepyshev rounding out this 4th line unit. Slepyshev with a weak drive that's armed away by Grubauer.
So Chorny and Orlov have to hold on to the puck a little longer. They're throwing it around the wall. They're pinching it off, Joe, and that's why the Oilers have some sustained zone time. They've got to take the extra step, make the direct pass, and they'll be free and clear.
Andrei Burakovsky forced away by Greiba. Chorny goes station to station with Brooks Orpik. Carefully away from the forechecking pressure of Nugent Hopkins. Come the Capitals through center ice. This one on the dump-in was deflected into a player on the Oiler bench for the whistle. Capitals all-inclusive packs, they start at $79. They include your ticket to the game, unlimited food and beverage for 1 hour prior to game time until the start of the 3rd. Get yours at WashingtonCaps.com or call 202-266-CAPS.
Guys, I want to go back to that goal once again, and you look how teams overplay Ovechkin for a shot and enabled him to go to Oshie. But 9 times out of 10, that right winger, as he takes that cross-ice pass like Oshie received, is going to fire the puck. And he has such great hands, great puck poise and patience. And with Evgeny Kuznetsov driving to the front of the net, what a spectacular play.
And the vision from Oshie, Allen, to see it all develop in a split second. Ovechkin fires this one wide of Anders Nilsson guarding the goal. Cam Talbot is Todd McClellan's #1 here in Edmonton, the former New York Ranger property who filled in so admirably last year when Henrik Lundqvist was ailing. On the break, snapshot high. It was Purcell getting free down the wing. Delayed penalty call coming up against Washington as the Caps go shorthanded. We played 6 minutes and 11 seconds of the first. When we return, Edmonton has the man advantage. The Caps get the jump on the Oil. Evgeny Kuznetsov at the 3:05 mark. This Ovechkin moment presented by Ameritel, your hometown place for copiers from right here in Edmonton.
About 6 years ago, a stump attempt, takes 2 or 3 whacks and OV puts it in. And then the other one he scored here, nice slap shot. Watch him pick up his own rebound on a sharp angle to beat Delorier. Their netminder, our Ameritel Ovechkin moments.
So many teams that have faced Alex Ovechkin hear numbers like this. Alex, in 10 games against Edmonton, has 9 goals.
It's amazing.
So many of them. You just keep looking through the record books. They have all been burned by him as the Oilers go to a man advantage now. Washington's penalty killing at 83.3.
It was a pretty good crack that Orpik gave to their forward going to the net. Orpik in the box for that slash.
And it's a good thing he did because that was Teddy Purcell, who seems to score every game against the Capitals. I think he has 23 points in 24 games against so far.
A noted Cap killer in the past, wherever Purcell has roamed. Tampa Bay, LA, and here.
And this power play, you can't take too many penalties. Slow start, but they're 3 for their last 9 coming into this game tonight.
McDavid on the accelerator out wide for Pouliot. His return pass blocked neatly by Carlson and slugged all the way down by Brooks Light.
I was asked quite a bit today, guys, in different radio shows about John Carlson being a Norris Trophy candidate, and the way he started the season right now, the puck movement that everyone's talking about, but I think defensively, like that little stop that he just made right there, has him in a category of elite defensemen right now in the National Hockey League.
Doing all the little things, the details have been very, very good as the Oilers are whistled offside.
Yeah, Schultz, a defenseman, jumping up in the play. There's that note on the Edmonton Oilers power play. 3 for 9 their last 3 games. 0 for 11 the previous 3 for Todd McClellan, the new bench boss here in Edmonton. Everyone's excited about the youth, the speed, and now they've got to deliver, Joe. You know, they have some guys like Yakupov and guys like that being #1 picks. They now have to become stars for Edmonton to challenge.
Purcell hooks off. Schultz playing catch. Nugent Hopkins looking for the deflection there, came right on by. Purcell captures again. Bothered by Chimera, the Edmonton native. Nugent Hopkins spying on him. It's Williams to the front. Grubauer a pad save. Rebound loose. Purcell with a good lift check on Alzner. Schultz who can wheel from the point. Hall, sharp angle. Goalmouth on a backdoor feed. Anton Lander did not connect with Nugent Hopkins. 10 seconds left in the minor, penalty to Orpik. Alzner with the active stick. Lander kept quiet to the perimeter, and the Capitals will clear.
Great swarm right there by the Washington Capitals down low. Once the puck started bouncing to the left of Grubauer, they were all over the Oilers' power play.
Edmonton with a couple of shots on that man advantage, which fizzles as we played 8.5 of this opening period. Nicholas Backstrom in charge for Washington of this breakout.
Nice
the puck
catch.
will bounce out of play. Braden Holtby makes a save even when he's out of the lineup.
Yeah, well, Grubauer's getting the nod tonight. Braden gets the rest, but he still makes a save on the bench. Here's a couple of those plays in their power play. Hall with a dandy opportunity, creamed out in front of the net, trying to get to that rebound. Decent pressure, but the Caps penalty killers come to the rescue of Gruby.
We had a chance to catch up with Mitch Korn, Caps goalie coach, asked him about Philip Grubauer today, and he said a number of things that they are trying to accentuate, these positives for Philip, most notably his mobility, his flexibility. Plays with that wide butterfly, and he can cover a lot of ground, which usually leads to some spectacular saves throughout the night. Ovechkin zips this one to the shoulder of 6'5" Anders Nilsson, former New York Islander property. Mitch Korn went on to say about Nilsson that he reminds him of Chicago's Scott Darling.
Yeah, obviously that size that we saw that we beat Darling 4-1 at Verizon Center and the Hawks. You know, size is important. I think this guy's going to get the opportunity. He was one of the best goalies in the KHL. And notice that the Edmonton Oilers, a team that used 5 goalies last year, Joe, they had the worst save percentage at 88 of any team in the NHL. So they go to the island, get one, they go to the Rangers and get one, and now they think they're all set.
Even in full strength, nearing the midway mark of the opening period. Backstrom elevates that pass for Justin Williams. Checking his rear view mirror, he saw Marcus Johansson but did not get the puck to him. Korpikoski on the counterattack. Purcell will clear to the corner and head to the bench himself for a line change. Alzner, no worries, out of his own territory. There's Backstrom through center. He fanned on the dump in. Letestu launches it ahead for Slepyshev. Pulls the trigger, blockered down by Grubauer. Letestu keeps it alive. Anton Slepyshev, a 21-year-old rookie from Russia, out there with Letestu and Gazda. They force the turnover. Great defensive play by Karl Alzner.
And they often see at the end of the game in the stat sheets about blocked shots, and some of them are routine. That one not routine. That's an excellent time by Karl Alzner.
Gazdic scales it in. Grubauer slows it down. Oilers in the middle of a change. Orlov will elude McDavid. McDavid, Pouliot, and Yakupov have been out there as a trio for most of this young season. for the Oilers.
And they seem to be faring well. Yakupov's playing much better. He has comfort playing with Connor McDavid. They bring a lot of speed and sizzle.
Watch out. McDavid 2-on-2. Saucer pass. Just missing for Yakupov. Loose in front. Score. Benoit Pouliot.
Just see how smart Connor McDavid is. You know, the slide on the 2-on-1, and watch him elevate the puck. Here comes the sizzle. Watch the sauce. He knew the D was sliding. They missed there, but they keep on the puck. And there's that little jam pass out in front to Pouliot. And they have their first goal to tie it up here in the first period. They've got a lot of talent out there, a lot of speed. Yakupov, a real nice pass to set up the first goal.
When you're playing against Connor McDavid, there's no way that you can get caught in no man's land. Dmitry Orlov just over the blue line, caught a little bit gambling there, or maybe a lot, but you've got to make sure you set back and make sure you take ice and not let him have the ice.
Great points from both of you about McDavid. You had better get in his way. Don't let him get up to speed, because we've seen him turn on elite level jets in this first month of his NHL career.
And the big thing about McDavid, it's one stride and he's full tilt, Joe. And that's different. That is something special. It usually takes 3 or 4 strides. With him, it's just one.
They got a good scrum going back behind the cage.
What a hit by Wilson. He was talking to Korpikoski earlier on in the shift after the goal. And then he spanked Ferentz, the veteran defenseman, behind the net. And I think it could be just Willie going off. We'll have to see how these penalties are doled out here in the first.
Referees are Dave Jackson and Brad Watson tonight. Capitals bench standing, awaiting the calls. With you next.
Mercedes-Benz Telestrator. Here's a look at the Edmonton goal, and you notice 4 different Caps get caught. And this is McDavid. Watch him take off up the ice. He's now created a 2-on-1 with Yakupov. Watch the play come into the zone. Beautiful slide, but look at the puck comes over. Hold it here. Hold it here. Look at Pouliot sneak in. Everybody's looking at the guy down low, which is Yakupov. Pouliot finds a soft spot. Grubauer can't recover. And just like that on our Telestrator here tonight, brought to you by Mercedes-Benz, Pouliot and his Oilers have tied it up.
And then Andrew Ferentz gets the gate. 2 minutes for roughing, which gives Washington its first power play on the evening.
Great job by Willie getting in there with a real good kabong behind the net. Ferentz, the veteran, took exception to it, retaliated, and the Caps have a power play.
If you're just jumping on board with us, Kuznetsov for Washington, Pouliot for the Oilers. The Caps power play now just a shade below 28% effective. Oshie dumps it in. That was from behind the center stripe, though, so this is icing against the Caps power play.
Yeah, had to elevate that pass going to Marcus on the far side. Marcus did not touch the puck. Faceoff comes all the way back. The Capitals on the power play love to transition with speed. They don't like to dump the puck a whole lot, trying to spring some speedsters like Marcus.
Johansson, who picked up an assist last night, has never scored against Edmonton. Klinkhammer testing Grubauer, and he'll secure that with his glove.
Capitals have to take care of that right off the faceoff, and this is an Oiler team that has not been good on faceoffs this year. So that was as clean as day win there, right back to the point, and Klinkhammer got a good shot away.
Oshie controls this draw for the Capitals. Still a man up for 90 seconds. Carlson on the send-in. Backstrom, score! A beautiful seam pass and a 2-1 lead.
And Nick continued to stay hot, and the Capitals' schemes have been unreal on this road trip, and that's another perfect example coming up the ice. And you mentioned it, Joe B, hitting that seam at the right time, at the right speed. And just like that, Nick Backstrom has his 4th of the year. Look at this development. Look at him come from the right side of the screen, break through everybody, and beats their big goaltender who went down early. And Backstrom beats some blocker's side. What a beautiful play. You practice these things all the time, every day, and it pays off. Details for the Caps give them a 2-1 lead.
Washington goal scored on the power play by
For Nicholas Backstrom, goals in 3 of his 4 games. Since returning to the lineup after the offseason hip surgery, Caps responding just 68 seconds after Pouliot tied this match at 1. Anton Lander skipping through center. Lander and Ovechkin led the NHL in preseason goals with 5, for what it matters. Tom Wilson, who drew the penalty on Ferentz, back out there for the Caps. Beagle digging hard along the boards. This is squirt to center. Purcell waits and revolves back in. Grubauer fighting that one off with the blocker.
Yeah, it hit the inside of the blocker, which skirted right out in front of him. He was lucky that he found that because Edmonton was buzzing.
Slepyshev threw it into traffic. This is Wilson skying one to center. 6:50 remaining in the opening period. Taylor Hall putting some heat on Niskanen. Sends it on around to Alzner, and Carl will clear the full length of this pond. And a hybrid icing call there against the Caps.
A little alley-oop there to TJ Oshie, who picks up another point for the Caps this season on that power play marker. Always on the puck, always moving his feet. Barry Trotz and his guys hoping to win 3 in a row here on this Western trip. 3 tough opponents. They'd love to finish it off as they head home tonight.
Alex Ovechkin gets in there to win the draw for Washington. Pouliot keeps it along the dasher. Niskanen and Yakupov come together. Clefbaum towards a goal. Kuznetsov keeping an eye on McDavid. Alzner pouncing on it for DC. Out there for TJ Oshie, who has multi-point games now in 3 of his last 5, with his 2 assists already tonight.
Guys, one of the things I'm noticing that the Oilers are doing is anytime the Oilers or the Caps send that puck on a hard around in the defensive zone, on a long hard around, the defenseman's cheating down, so the Caps have to keep that puck short side.
They have a 2-1 lead, Alan. Nicholas Backstrom has staked them to it. We'll get you back for more from Rexall Place. Dead center of the screen, Nicholas Backstrom. Number 19 for Washington, giving the Caps a 2-1 advantage towards the tail end of this opening period. Star-studded cast of Oilers in the rafters. McDonald's trivia: which 2 Edmonton players equaled or beat Wayne Gretzky in the team's single-season goal-scoring department during Gretzky's time here in Edmonton?
Some of those names could be the answer to that. We're going to have to filter them out.
Possibly. You want to remember how good Wayne Gretzky was here? 4 times as an Oiler, he had better than 200 points in a season. Let that marinate for a while. 200, not 100, 200. Orlov feeds it out there for Burakovsky, zips it off the gloved hand of fellow Swede Anders Nilsson, guarding the cage for the Oilers tonight. Orlov recovers at center, pressured by Slepyshev. Chorny for Orlov. He'll play it hard around. This will get away from Backstrom. It kickstarts a 2-on-2. Nugent-Hopkins drops it off. Snap shot coming. It was blocked from Taylor Hall. Hall reloads, fires, and scores!
Sneaky little deflection. It might have went off a Klinkhammer as he was setting up shop in front of the net. Orlov and Chorny were trying to change. Then the puck was turned over. That's a transition. There's the knuckler. Watch him just pick it up and fire it at the net. And to me, that definitely hit somebody. You can tell by the celebration of Klinkhammer. I think he'll get credit for this goal. A body blow that rings right off his right side and goes to the far side of the post, past Orpik and the catching glove of Grubauer.
Mark it down at 15 minutes even. Oshie with a steal. Ovechkin looking for the follow-up chance. Rob Klinkhammer, who had 1 goal in 40 games last year with Edmonton, gets his first of this season to knot the score at 2.
He's got to be loving life playing up in that top line. Big, grinding forward. playing with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. They call him RNH, and Taylor Hall. So he's the muscle out there. 18-game goalless streak is now at the dead end.
You know who used to be out there on that top line is the man who's on the injured list right now for Edmonton, former cap Matt Hendricks.
Get well soon, Matty.
We drift below 5 minutes to play in this first period. Brooks Orpik back out there, a high-scoring frame. Kuznetsov and Backstrom for the Capitals, Klinkhammer and Pouliot for the Oilers. In the first of the 2 meetings between these two this year. The next one comes up on the 23rd of November. Oshie, pad save Nilsson. That game will kickstart a 5-game road swing for the Edmonton Oilers. After this one tonight, the Caps get a rare weekend off, and they'll prepare for the Pittsburgh Penguins. A game you can see on NBCSN Wednesday night.
And that'll start Monday. They're going to get 2 days off to recharge and get ready for practice Monday and Tuesday before facing off against the Penguins.
On the hop and back through center, it's Purcell rolling it right to Grubauer. He'll deal for Karl Alzner. Wilson ahead. Beagle will clear in. Chimera in hot pursuit along with Mark Fayne. Fayne, who played collegiately at Providence College, former New Jersey Devil property. Carlson to the front, deflected down and wide. Nail Yakupov doesn't clear. Wilson looking after him. Yakupov, who lost a glove, that can be dangerous as you're stick handling at center. 3 and change in the first. Johansson knocked away by Nilsson. Ferentz comes to lend the helping hockey stick. Marcus towards the front. Schultz with the intercept. And the Oilers are away. McDavid sends it out wide. The wrist shot coming from Slepyshev that sails off the target. Matt Niskanen for Washington didn't get it out. Letestu was crunched there by his former Penguin teammate Brooks Orpik. Johansson, nice outlet to Williams, one-on-one against Klefbom. Oscar Klefbom doing the job there defensively. Shots on goal unofficially 8 apiece. Scoreboard even at 2. TJ Oshie, who helped set up both Washington strikes, gets this pass from Alzner through center. Nugent-Hopkins was there to angle him. Klinkhammer on a give and go with Hall. Hall's drive is off the shin pad. Follow-up chance. Grubauer knew those boards would be lively. This is a very fast rink. Oshie sent sailing there.
That was Klinkhammer laying him down.
Kuznetsov 2-on-2. His drive was silenced. 100 seconds to go in the first.
Yeah, Klinkhammer's doing a great job of getting involved tonight, but the Caps need to find a way to take advantage of his overzealous forechecking and get some of those stretch passes where they can expose the Oilers' D.
That's the voice of Alan May inside the glass with us in this first period. Beagle looks to stop, wraps it around there. Oh, Chimera just missing from a wide-angle drive.
I don't think you believe he missed that.
Niskanen, whoa, low bridging the front. And this will carry him back to center and beyond. You better be alert in front of the goal with these new age hockey sticks and everybody shooting 95 plus. Final minute of the opening period. Alan May will be on the radio side for period 2 with John Walton. Rejoin us for the third as Nilsson covers up. Folks, we remind you, Burke and Herbert Bank, they score for kids. For every Caps goal scored this season, Burke and Herbert Bank is donating $100 to most valuable kids. Already $200 in the kitty from tonight. A Caps team that has won 4 straight, and Locker, during that winning role, they had only allowed a total of 6 goals. Defense trying to protect Philip Grubauer in his first start of the season. Marcus throws the stiff arm out. 40 ticks remaining in the opening period. Justin Williams for Washington, trying to dodge Schultz. Ties him up along the wall. Backstrom operating. Swivels it to Williams. He pivots. Gets topside, turns, deflection, score! Marcus Johansson.
That is a sweet play by the veteran Justin Williams. He had a chance to shoot the puck, and maybe 9 out of 10 he would, but he felt that the pass would set up Marcus for an empty net. Somehow he fidgets the puck to Marcus, who's right next to the post. It's amazing. Watch this play by Nicky down low. Goes to Williams. Look at the strength. Puck protection. He could have shot there, but he's got such a sense. He's got eyes in the back of his head, and he says, you know what? I'm going to set up my running mate who has his stick on the ice. What a goal, but what a play by Williams.
It's just amazing the body position that he gets on players on the boards, and then the ability to swing that puck side to side to protect it. Gives it to Nick Backstrom and then runs back and completes that play with all those great little things that you just talked about, Locker. He's just absolutely amazing. He's not fancy, there's no flash in his game, but he's got so much veteran savvy in everything that he does.
You guys both say it. There's leverage involved there from Williams to make that setup that would indicate that he would be a much bigger, more powerful type, but no, those cagey moves helping to set up Johansson for a tap-in.
Body positioning. He knows what to do against defenders. He leans into them. He protects the puck, and that opens the empty net for Marcus.
A wide-open, high-scoring first period has come to its conclusion. Entertaining with the NHL on CSN. Not sure how much fun it is for the goalies as Grubauer checks out. Marcus Johansson has given the Caps a 3-2 lead after 20. Capitals Intermission Live is presented by CIS Secure Computing. We'll be back to the studio pretty soon. Highlights and stats from this one, and we promise to get a Caps guest for an interview. Both teams marching to their respective dressing rooms. The Caps and the Oilers tonight. Always plenty of Ovechkin fans on hand. 3-2 Washington after one. Our CSN coverage of Capitals hockey is being brought to you by Toyota. Toyota helps you get the most out of your drive. Just ask a friend who drives one, then visit buyatoyota.com. Morgan Franklin Consulting. Big capabilities, local roots, morganfranklin.com. PenFed. Applying is easy, no military service required. Papa John's. If the Caps win and score 4 or more goals, get 50% off any online order tomorrow at participating Papa John's locations. GMC. Visit your Washington, D.C. area GMC dealer. And by Iron Bow. Strong, flexible, targeted. Nice of you to kickstart the weekend with us on a Friday in Edmonton with the NHL on CSN. We welcome viewers on the American Forces Network and CSN California to Rexall Place, the farewell season for this building. They'll have a brand new playpen when the Caps arrive for regular season action next year. Right off the draw, Lander comes in, gets upset on his way to the goal, and Philip Grubauer will cover up.
And there's going to be a hook on that play. As you mentioned, Joe, he went flying through the air, which sends the Caps short-handed.
Washington penalty 92, hook.
And it's going to be Kuzi heading off on the hook to try to prevent that man from walking around him. He has to get the big hook in the belly. Here it is. Watch the late man break through the seam right there, and watch the hook right there coming down. They gave it to Kuzi. It could have been a trip to Oshie also, but Kuzi gets the call.
In a game like this is where the Capitals have to be careful. They're among the top 3 least penalized teams in the NHL so far. These power play stats are packaged by the UPS store, but you keep giving Edmonton opportunities, this is going to be higher scoring than you might have liked. Then again, with Washington's firepower, every once in a while you won't mind one of these. Although the coaches might stew about it.
It's good TV, buddy.
No, I'm not complaining. McDavid, coast to coast, looking for a slam dunk there on the setup to Letestu.
And it should have been a slam dunk. Letestu just couldn't get his stick on that puck. What a smart-looking play by Connor McDavid. Look at the speed. Gets wide and watch him throw it right across. And it's wide open. Good back check there by Orpik, making sure he took the stick. Here's the hook earlier in that shift that caused the penalty. It takes away Lander, and the puck ends up being tripped up in the high slot, but Kuzi's in the box for a deuce.
This is an Edmonton team that has split its first 2 home dates so far. Oilers at 3-4, Washington at 5-1.
They have an interesting road trip coming up. They play 5 of 6 to start the season on the road. Then they're in a stretch of 7 of 8 at home, but then they go 9 of 11 on the road.
Sekera for McDavid on a backdoor look, they score. Just that easy.
And from up here, Joe, I'm looking down on that. I'm not sure it got all the way through. Might have hit off the skate of Niskanen. But Yakupov and company worked the power play. Took them all of 36 seconds, and it goes in the net. Here it is off the draw. Gets to the point, a little fake. They set up the umbrella, and watch the shot. Look at Pouliot in front of the net. And that is off Niskanen's right skate plate. Good look here from Rexall Place. There's the shot. It's going back door that doesn't get through. And it ricochets off Niskanen's skate. Yakupov will probably get credit.
I think it's McDavid.
Is he the one that shot it? Okay, then it's McDavid. Whoever shot that puck on the pass gets the goal.
As this wrister is sent towards the cage, it's stopped by Nilsson. The initial reaction and the initial indication in-house is Pouliot now.
Okay, here's McDavid on the shot. And to me, it's off the skate of Niskanen.
It's McDavid's goal.
Yeah. Doesn't get through there.
The replay showed you there pretty matter of fact that Connor McDavid will get it. That'll be his 5th. Niskanen fires, it's blocked. We are 3-3, the time of the tally 36 seconds. McDavid won't need very many gifts in his career. That one's a very friendly bounce.
Sure is, just firing the puck to the net. He's so crafty. He was trying to feather that to Pouliot, but he gets the bounce he was looking for off the back skate of Niskanen.
So we are 3-3. Edmonton now 1 for 2 on the man advantage. Washington 1 for 1. Backstrom, Johansson, Williams on ice as Anton Lander digs in against the veteran Justin Williams, who set up Johansson splendidly at the tail end of the first. A long wrister from point range from Chorny didn't get through. Taylor in the lineup, Nate Schmidt the healthy scratch, Stan Galiev and Michael Latta as they have been throughout this road swing. The healthy scratches up front for Washington. Lander burrowing out of the corner. Korpikoski plays it to the point. Ferentz to Greiber, deflected there, and Grubauer stayed with it as Lander was pretty sneaky with that drag tip.
Yeah, that was a real good save there. Fortunately for Gruby, squeezes just hard enough between that butterfly and keeps that puck out of the net. Look at the battles going to the front of the net, and there's that little drag deflection that you were talking about from Lander, and that was a toughie right there because the stick's out of the air, the puck rolls into his pads. That's a good stop here early in the second.
Letestu and Beagle jamming on the draw. Jay Beagle continues to lead all the NHL in face-off effectiveness so far. Zips this one high on Nilsson. Beagle and Chimera and Wilson on ice to rumble. A third line that's getting a lot of rave reviews around the NHL.
Yeah, just even walking between periods, guys are saying that may be the best third line they have seen in the NHL. Good sign for the Caps. Good chemistry in all 4 lines.
Chimera on the interchange with Beagle. Tried to play it out wide for Carlson, who's getting up into the flow as Wilson wipes out into the boards.
Little misstep there by Willie.
Gazdic floats it back onto the Washington side as the Capitals will change on the go. Brooks Orpik is a 35-year-old 15th year pro. Leads the Caps in hits again this fall. Ovechkin tees it up. Oshie on the fly. Oshie feeds. Kuznetsov had that one blocked. Off the defender, Clefbaum. Oshie with another swipe. Williams comes over to corral this former first-team All-American out of the University of Wisconsin.
This Capitals trio is having a lot of fun. You can just see how they're dancing on their skates. They're having fun. They're moving. Another set play on a nice tip breakout leads to a scoring chance.
Expression I hear you and Allen and Brent Johnson often say, let the puck do the work.
Yeah.
With that line, they do zipping around.
Whoa.
Oshie just flattened his man there, Klinkhammer in open ice. Ovechkin waiting along the wall. Ovechkin snaps it back to point position. Alzner for the captain, who has tallies in his first 5 appearances this year. Cross rink Kuznetsov, the first Cap ever to start a season with a 5-game goal scoring streak. Oshie has another chance, tail end of his shift, but this is offside against Washington. Folks, the assist leaders are presented by your local Hyundai dealers. Let them assist you in scoring the lowest prices on the hottest lineup in America. This group of Oilers did pretty well.
Yeah, they did. Wayne Gretzky at the top, 714 more helpers. In second place, Ron Francis, Messier, Raymond Bourque, and Paul Coffey, all up there with over 1,100 helpers apiece.
Backstrom returns to the ice for Washington. Didn't have a point last night in Vancouver's win. The win for Washington with 19 minutes of work from Nicholas, but he's already got a pair of points tonight in what is a 3-3 game. Capitals on enemy ice with the Oilers. They're back at home to tangle with the Penguins on Wednesday at Verizon Center, a game you can see on NBCSN. The acceleration of McDavid is impressive in person. You see it on TV and you go, whoa, and then you see him in real life and he can separate from defenders so quickly. Williams with the drives, knocked down by Nilsson. Backstrom keeps it alive in the attack territory. For Johansson, who had a first period marker. Greiba muscling up on Williams. Ferentz didn't get it out. Chorney towards the front. Nugent Hopkins was on patrol. And away comes Korpikoski. He'll flex it into the corner. Lauri Korpikoski, as Orlov is keeping tabs on him. Fane well in from his point position. Sekera able to keep it alive. Fane fires. Loose in front. Swatted away. Sekera again. Missed the target. Fane on the outside for Purcell. Wrapped up with Chorney. Two teams even in full strength. Both sides with power play markers on the night. Orlov racing back through center with Burakovsky, not going to get through Sekera. Slepyshev gliding after Niskanen. Neat little pass for Light. Further still in the dump down, that's Chandler Stevenson.
This game's turned into a track meet. Man, oh man, are they flying out there.
Burakovsky nudged down to the deck by Fane, who is able to clear it back onto the Washington side of the table. Alzner looking ahead. Burakovsky will deflect it in so that Barry Trotz can make a line change. The Oilers here in blue with possession. Slepyshev working hard after Alzner. Niskanen keeps it to the outside. Wilson comes a running down the flank. Chimera will rewind as Matt Niskanen clears in. Long shift for Sekera, the ice time leader. Slepyshev on. Nugent Hopkins down the channel will clear it in. Orpik turns on the lip of the boards. Oilers there to swallow up that breakout attempt. Chimera took a bump from Klinkhammer as Carlson skies it to center. Picked up on the run by Kuznetsov. To his backhand, he scores!
What a play by Kuzi once again. You have that type of speed. The little chip pass up the middle, a high alley-oop, falls perfectly in the Caps' favor. But it's Kuznetsov, got his second goal of the season, his 16th career goal. And it's all about speed and it's all about finish. Misplay by the D, and here comes Kuzi. Look at him just cruising in there. He knows right away that he's going to deke the goaltender, open up the 5-hole, and slide it right underneath the big fella Nilsson. What a move. Two beautiful dangles by Kuznetsov here in this hockey game.
This one giving Washington the advantage at 6:17 of the second period. The Capitals have cashed in on 4 of their 13 shots against Nilsson. McDavid sets it up deep slot. Ferentz whistling wide of Grubauer. Yakupov put a hook on to Niskanen and got away with it. Matt Niskanen dragging it free from the pack. Clearing right up the gut for Ovechkin. Beautiful pass. Guess who's in again? Kuznetsov winds and fires. Knocked away by Nilsson. Orlov. He's tripped up. Caps will go on the power play this time. Oshie with a nice move on Ference. Grubauer all the way to the bench. 6 attackers on in white for the Caps. Ovechkin, topside Oshie. Leaves it along the wall. Chorny creates. Johansson to Orlov to the front. Oshie is there for Washington. Delayed penalty call against the Oilers. It comes right now. 7 minutes and 23 seconds into the middle period. Kuznetsov takes flight. Little chance for the Oiler netminder. Caps in the driver's seat again. Our sport fans of the game brought to you by Sport Automotive, Chevrolet, and Honda. Be a sport fan too. Visit sportautomotive.com. Nice to see the red, white, and blue in the stands here at Rexall Place as the Capitals are about to go to a man advantage. They were 0 for 2 an evening ago when they downed the Canucks in comeback fashion.
Yeah, McDavid in the penalty box. Only his second minor penalty of the season for tripping.
Oshie, Backstrom, Johansson, Ovechkin, and Carlson 5 on ice in the white for DC, trying to get themselves a 2-goal advantage now. We've gone back and forth on the teeter-totter in this game. Carlson away from Lander. Ovechkin will backtrack. John Carlson to set sail. Carlson, who has points in 5 straight games. Johansson at the attacking line. Oshie for Marcus. Waits for the play to develop. Backstrom will coordinate. Johansson steers it for Carlson. This way, Ovechkin, swing and a miss. Oshie, hard work, gets it back. This will squirt away from Ovechkin and back to center. Almost halfway through the minor, penalty to McDavid. Backstrom leaves it on the wall for Williams. Johansson drifting away from defenders. Ovechkin tried to return it to him, and Anton Lander will clear. Philip Grubauer from that trapezoid on the headman for Justin Williams. Good takeaway by Nugent Hopkins as that foils the Washington power play.
Yeah, that was a little bit of an elevator pass too by Williams. Real good hand-eye coordination to rip off the Caps Williams.
Half a minute to go in the power play. Kuznetsov with 2 tallies this evening. Zooms through center. Evgeny Kuznetsov right up the gut. Pad saved by Nilsson.
Yeah, he was lucky there because he had opened up the wickets again on that big goaltender.
Kuznetsov's pass finds Ovechkin his intended target. It was deflected en route. Evgeny Kuznetsov works the half board. Deking away from Nugent Hopkins. 1-touch passing looking for Ovechkin. 2 ticks left in the man advantage. Alex bluffs the slapper. Closing. Rister backdoor score! Burakovsky from Kuznetsov. Wow!
Just as that penalty expired to Connor McDavid, the Capitals keep the heat on. And Kuzi has had a phenomenal game. He has been the star here at Rexall Place. And he just feathers a pass to Burakovsky. He's got his 2nd goal this season, now has 11 goals. They hooked up in Calgary, they hook up again, but it's all Kuznetsov. The way he can control the game, the way he has the vision, and notice the reaction, just nothing, just workmanlike by the Caps. Burakovsky, and the Caps have a 5-3 lead.
Andre Burakovsky had an assist last night. He had a goal to get the trip started in Calgary. That was a gorgeous pass against the Flames from Kuznetsov. Andre giving the Caps their first 2-goal advantage on the night as we near the midway mark of regulation time. Connor McDavid going after Brooks Orpik. There's a penalty here. A tripping call.
That's a cheapie to Orpik. Orpik will go to the box for the 2nd time. Connor McDavid down low, gets the stick.
44 trip.
And there's the call. Sort of a cheapie behind the net against Orpik. Orpik shaking his head a little bit, can't believe it. Connor McDavid a little shake and bake and gets his stick under his skate and tripped down. Here's Orpik and Connor McDavid. Watch Orpik spin around there. A little bit of the glancing stick off the left leg of the youngster. Down he goes. Orpik to the box.
All right, let's see the Capitals dig in on a penalty kill now. Alzner, Niskanen, Oshie, Backstrom to get it going. And TJ will clear. These power play stats are packaged by our friends at the UPS store. Joe and Craig upstairs. You've heard Alan May inside the glass in the first period. In the second, he's on the Capitals radio network with John Walton. He'll rejoin us in the final frame. Sekera into the corner. Letestu. Then Yakupov. Yakupov snapping that puck. Perimeter passing here for the Oilers. Sekera closing. Slapper on the way, deflected by McDavid and wide. It'll chase the Oilers back to center. Orpik in the box, another 70 seconds. Measured steps from Andrej Sekera. Long-time Buffalo Sabre property. A brief stint in Carolina, too. When he was a player of a different name, apparently. Now he's Sekera.
He changes every year depending where he's playing.
Sekera, Sekera, Potato. Beagle will dump it in. Wilson draws a crowd. Purcell latches onto it for the Oilers. 35 seconds in their man advantage. Hall with a terrific speed. Working laterally, Chimera took care of it.
Oh, a penalty behind the play, maybe against Jason.
The indication looks like holding the stick.
Yeah, it does. Chimmer doesn't like the call. They'll have a Hall going to the box. It's not Chimmer.
Edmonton fan, 200 miles, holding the stick.
Yeah, so Chimmer just battles his way along the wall. He thought he was going to get nicked there, and he was yelling and screaming at the official. Taylor Hall immediately to the box.
Fans here inside of Rexall Place disagreeing with the call of referee Dave Jackson. For the moment, we'll play some 4-on-4 hockey. Then Barry Trotz's squad will get an abbreviated power play and another opportunity to lengthen its lead. This is a Washington team averaging 3.67 goals per game prior to tonight. That was tied with Boston for the best mark in the NHL. These numbers this evening are not going to hurt that. Already with a handful on the score sheet. And this guy's been the driving force. Look at this. Yevgeny Kuznetsov against Schultz.
And the goalie stick is gone now. He lost his stick to the big fella. The Caps got to shoot low here.
Niskanen settles. Deflection, score! Justin Williams makes it 6-3.
The goalie was struggling big time. Nilsson, I wouldn't be surprised if they changed goalies here. He has not looked sharp, but the Caps have dominated, and that's just an excellent deflection by Justin Williams. They'll get the puck for keepsake. Breaks a little bit of a scoreless drought. He's been involved offensively. The Caps continue to pound away, and it's been their passing that's been the difference. And notice the D that gave the stick to the goalie. He's fumbling and bubbling, doesn't recover, and just like that, Williams under the bar. 6-3 Caps here in the second.
After a goal that we believe should be credited to Connor McDavid, tied it up at 3 in the second. The Caps have 3 tallies in a 5.5-minute stretch, and as Dr. Lachlan prescribed, Cam Talbot comes off the bench in relief.
I don't think Nelson looks sharp, Joe. I mean, 17 shots, 6 goal, or some of them highlights, yeah, probably 4 or 6, the way the Caps have been throwing around the puck. Now Talbot will come in, get a little time to stretch, and off we go here in the second.
Kuznetsov, Burakovsky, and Williams back to back to back, and it's 6-3 for Washington.
Number 14, Justin Williams.
Get the whistle here and an icing call on Edmonton.
They're out of sorts. I mean, they get the puck and they ice it immediately. And now they're in deep trouble now. Now they're on the penalty kill. Now they can't change. One more look at the goal. Look at Kuznetsov. Pass wide. Niskanen knows the guy is without a stick and just feathers a pass to Williams in the seam. No chance for Klefbom to get to Williams, and it's 6-3.
Ovechkin thunders this one over the shoulder. Remember, that was a 4-on-4 goal for Williams, so the Caps do enjoy the power play for another 80 seconds. Oshie, the inside man of the diamond, lost the handle. Letestu goes the other way. Korpikoski's drive silenced by Karlsson off of the rink.
Yeah, stick on puck. A little bit of a jailbreak there, but the Capitals are skating magnificently here in Edmonton here tonight. The way Ovechkin and the boys have played, kudos to them. I mean, it was a long trip last night. They got in late. They had to get their rest. They have had better legs, and I was concerned about that at the top of the show, Joe B. But man, oh man, are they ever flying here tonight.
The offense humming right along. Backstrom sends in Johansson. He took a misstep, went down. Oilers able to clear. Hall in the penalty box for another 55 seconds. Ovechkin, all 5 of his goals, by the way, even strength. Karlsson this way for Alex, who led the league in power play goals a season ago. Johansson back to point position. Karlsson on the relay for the grade 8. Drawing the defenders to him. Play it south of the goal line for Williams. Johansson sets a little screen for him. Move it outside. Backstrom. Straight away, Karlsson. One time Ovechkin. Whoa! Look out in front. Lander able to clear. Final 15 seconds on the power play. Grubauer with a lengthy send away on the money for Williams. Sending in Niskanen. Those two just clicked for the 4-on-4 goal a few moments ago. Kuznetsov with 4 points, 2 goals, 2 assists. I mean, it's a Harlem Globetrotter routine. Glove save Talbot. Am I losing my mind, or is he becoming Pavel Datsyuk before our eyes?
He is. He's a dominant force. We've been waiting for this, and he's doing it tonight.
Whatever you're doing, number 92, just keep on doing it. 6-3 Caps on CSN. Capitals faithful, pleased with what they have seen so far, with Washington doubling up Edmonton. On the Toyota League leaderboard, Locker, I'll take these 5, and you might not touch the puck for a while.
Add Kuzi in there, and you're going to win every game. Better off up there at 483. Alex Ovechkin chasing him down. He'll pass him shortly. McGillney, Bure, Kovalev. How about that for a power play? How about the Russian 5 right there?
Lander spins it rink wide. If you're just tuning in, the Caps are turning in the type of offensive performance of which those old and great Oiler teams would be proud. In this Washington's final regular season game on this ice sheet.
And Kuzi's putting in a performance like those guys we saw on that list there. Amazing.
Niskanen sends it on around. Schultz gets the jump on Chimera, who tied him up pretty well. Lander feeds it inside. Yakupov's not going to get through Beagle. Niskanen trying to spring Chimera this time. Icing's washed out with Chimera there first. Wilson leaning in on the forecheck.
Well, this building, the second oldest in the NHL, only MSG older. And Rexall Place, Joe, is the only rink in the NHL that we don't see the benches. The benches are always on the opposite side. We look at the penalty box, but it's cool having the benches right down below our perch up high.
Light floats one to the front. Chandler Stevenson picking it up. Stevenson taking Slepyshev to the boards. Nugent Hopkins delicately fires and rips it upstairs. His first pass was delicate. The shot was a BB.
This, to me, is called a hands game. The hands guys are delivering here tonight. The fans are loving it. 10 goals on the board now. Here's the initial shot, Joe. You say block? Yep, with the right skate of Orpik. Then Gruby's down, and there's that shot right under the bar. Watch him pick it up and immediately fire it. What a bomb under the bar by RNH, as they call him here in Edmonton.
Nugent Hopkins, second with the Oilers last year in points and assists. Gets his first goal of the season here at home. His first 2 had come on the road. And now we're 6-4. Take me inside the mind of Barry Trotz if you can. What's he thinking watching this kind of a game?
Losing hair. I don't know. I think he might. He's probably enjoying the pace the way his team's playing, but It's one of those games, Joe, and you mentioned it. It's like the old 80s and 70s Oilers. That's the type of games you played, and it's just one of those nights that we could have another 3 or 4 goals here.
But you can't sleepwalk through the rest of it, though.
No, you can't.
You might not come out on the winning side. Like to anchor down defensively with 4:25 remaining in the second period. I admit it's fun to see all the red lights, but when you're coaching and you're a Washington team that hadn't been giving up very many shots nor chances, to see this kind of a game, as long as you come out on top, I guess, everything is going to be fine. Purcell on the toe drag move. Ovechkin came to greet him. This one slips through Grubauer and wide. Cam Talbot has come on in relief of Anders Nilsson. Braden Holtby sitting on the bench going, you take it, Gruby. We get another penalty here, an interference call.
It's going to go against Kuznetsov. He's all over the sheet.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be on that side. Edmonton power play, and we're back. Folks, our ISOCAM is driven by Fitsmall.com, and it is shining all over Yevgeny Kuznetsov.
We're going to fit all this in, Joe. Tic-tac-toe to start off the game. See you later, Alligator, on this one. Gets the bounce to go his way. Speed and finish. And then picture-perfect precision passing. What a game this guy has had tonight. Why not one more for good measure? Picking up a second helper on the Williams goal. He's 2+2 on our Fitzway ISOCAM. What a play he's made.
A career best 4-point game for Yevgeny and counting, but now he'll sweat it out in the penalty box late in the second period. This is a 2-goal game. Oilers to the man advantage. Hall fires, and it's flagged down by Grubauer.
There's a little bit of a screen in front, too. Nice job by Gruby. Remember the scouting report at the top of the show, Joe? We said he was very quick when it came to his hands. And there you see the snare with the catching glove. I marvel at how quick his catching side is in particular. Real good snare on that snapshot.
Phillip turns 24 in November. These power play stats are packaged by the UPS store. Remember, Grubauer beat Anaheim in the regular season last year, an emergency recall start. And then he also took down the New York Islanders in Game 2 of that opening round playoff series when Braden Holtby was ill. Been waiting a while for his first appearance this season. He gets it tonight in a wide open affair. Grubauer's going to melt this one. He'll take the defensive zone draw.
And now the second wave of the Edmonton power play jumps over the boards. The first power play out there for about 25-30 seconds. The penalty killers will also change for the Caps here. Big face-offs. They're looking for some zone time, are the Oilers. The Caps want good clears now.
Letestu giving some direction. John Carlson awaiting the play to resume. Messrs. Forsyth, Trotz, and Lambert left to right. Trying to get the ear of the officials. Referee Brad Watson comes over to explain matters. Brooks Laich ready to take this draw. Washington still a man down for 135. Pouliot and McDavid dish it back to Sekera. Connor McDavid, backside feed. Yakupov sent it right through the paint. Pouliot is a big man, 6'3", and he likes to camp out in front. Sekera, this 29-year-old Slovak, on for Letestu. Wheeling down the flank, Yakupov fumbled it. Oshie didn't get it out. Carlson comes over to keep the Oilers quiet. TJ gets a second chance, and he'll play it on for Brooks Laich, who will stoke it into the Oiler territory.
I like the fact when the TJ gets a puck, anytime, but most importantly on the PK, he's looking to make a play. He's just not a type of player when he's penalty killing to just dump the puck. He wants to eat off time, and he wants to put pressure on the power play and make them defend.
Alsner sent it along the railing, didn't get it out. Schultz fires. That's knocked down in front. 35 seconds left in the minor to Kuznetsov. Schultz again over the head of Grubauer. Connor McDavid twisting and turning for Schultz. Back to McDavid, who has one tonight. They fidget on the outside. It's Schultz straight away. Long wrister looking for the tip-in try of Letestu. It went wide. Chimera steers it on back. Letestu's feet for Lander. Gobbled up and cleared by Matt Niskanen.
Capitals lucky there, Joe, trying to be a little too cute on their exit. Just about cost them.
Capitals Intermission Live presented by CIS Secure Computing coming up in 1:40. Send you back to the studio. Al Koken and Brent Johnson are warming up. The Oilers play to point position. Fane drops it wide of the goal.
I bet you Johnny's happy he's not playing in this one.
Duck and cover. 5-on-5 play in the final 80 seconds of period 2. Neat little move by Hall. Frees him up. Fane fires and it's gloved by Grubauer. Friends, this reminder, Capitals all-inclusive packs starting at $79. It includes your ticket to the game, unlimited food and beverage from 1 hour prior to game time until the start of the third period. Purchase yours at WashingtonCaps.com. Alex Ovechkin fans are everywhere, and apparently they're thirsty. 1:13 to go in the second. Backstrom on the board. Back in the first. Washington had a 3-2 advantage after 20. It's blossomed into a 6-4 game right now. Cam Talbot has not surrendered any of those Washington markers. He took over for Anders Nilsson after the Williams tip-in tally. Korpikoski, who has nice numbers against Washington, feeds the front. Johansson will turn it away. Last minute of period 2.
He's sort of been a pain in the butt, hasn't he?
Yes.
10 games, 6 goals for Korpikoski.
Johansson, who scored his first against Edmonton tonight. Working with Williams, a buzzsaw in the corner. Greiba, the former Senator, able to get it out.
When Korpikoski brought Edmonton, they had to deal former cap Boyd Gordon to get him from Phoenix.
Williams in tight quarters for Backstrom. 20 ticks left. Nicholas wants the line change. Sekera angles out of his own territory and a long stretch for Pouliot. No harm done with Alzner there. This will carry him about 3 rows into the spectator seats. The Caps get a late offensive zone draw. Tonight's Cold Hard Facts are brought to you by Clean, Crisp, Coors Light. The Grade 8 having himself a nice run.
10th career 5+ game goal streak. Career high is 7 games sent in 06. He's got a team record. Joe B, you mentioned that in the first period. A 5-game goal scoring streak to start the season.
No tallies tonight for Alex, but 2 assists by my count as this second period is done. 3 more for Washington. 2 more for Edmonton. 6-4 with Yevgeny Kuznetsov taking over in this contest. Back to the studio soon. Highlights and stats, and we are chock full of them. We'll hear from a Cap as well between periods 2 and 3. North of the border, Edmonton, Alberta, Canada has been the playland for Yevgeny tonight. This Ovechkin moment is presented by Ameritel, your hometown place for copiers.
All 5 goals this season for the Grade 8. That a thing of beauty against the Devils. A 2-on-1 against the Hawks, and they slam it home. A turnover by Carolina cost them big time with OB right in the slot past Cam Ward. Versus the Flames, comes down the wing, rips one, then follows up for a jam in on the backhand. And then versus the Vancouver Canucks with Kuzi on what he called a muffin shot, Joe B. Knuckles over that right shoulder to get the game winner last night in Van.
Photo opportunity for Capitals fans in the stands here at Rexall Place, where the Caps and Oilers have returned to the rink for the start of the third period. We had this trivia question for you earlier, trying to find those 2 Oilers who outdid Gretzky in goals during his time here.
I'm going Curry.
Curry is 1. I'm going to say either Jimmy Carson or Craig Simpson. Simmer.
Nice for Simmer. He's in the biz. Big-time analyst up here in Canada. Great player in his own right here as part of the Edmonton Oilers.
I know I don't get credit for it because I didn't pin it down, and honestly, I really thought it was Jimmy Carson.
Yeah.
Wayne Gretzky dominated in so many different categories, on and on and on, but I do remember Jari Kurri getting close to 70 one season, and that had to be that one we were referring to.
Yeah, I was seeing today, I think he's coming out with a new clothing line.
Mr. Curry?
Yes, no, Mr. Gretzky.
Oh, Mr. Gretzky.
Yeah, new clothing line, Joe B.
Ovechkin snapshot pad save on, in relief, the netminder Cam Talbot. Anders Nilsson started tonight for Todd McClellan and these Oilers, who've won 3 straight. Ovechkin cruising in 1 against 2. So we begin this third period skating 5-on-5. If you're just getting involved with us tonight, past the 11 o'clock hour back home, 3 goals in the first, 3 more in the second for Washington, 2 in the first for Edmonton, 2 more in the second. A 6-4 game, and Yevgeny Kuznetsov running amok with 2 goals and 2 assists.
And plus floor for the night for Kuznetsov.
Johansson turns, looks to stuff. Third period begins. Joe Beninati, Craig Laughlin upstairs with the NHL on CSN, welcoming viewers all around the world on the American Forces Network at CSN California. We have returned Alan May inside the glass, and here he is.
Guys, I feel like I'm in an 80s flashback with the way the goal scoring gone in that second period tonight. As a kid sitting in the seats just over to my right here, it was like this every night. 6-4, 8-7, whatever it was. The very first time the Capitals ever came to Edmonton, Wayne Gretzky scored 7 assists, had 7 assists for the Edmonton Oilers that night against the Capitals, and it was with all the grinders. So offensive hockey is something that this building has been known for, and it's actually been very fun to watch. I'm sure Barry Trotz isn't happy with the 4 against, but wow, all this offense has been awesome to watch to me.
Yakupov skipping down the flank. These Oilers came into the NHL 5 years after the Caps. Edmonton arriving in '79, the Caps, of course, in 1974. John Carlson works straight ahead through center, and he'll dump it in. 2 minutes deep into the third. Beagle is there, bracketed by Lander and Ferentz. Lander failed on his clearing attempt. Korpikoski hits the throttle through center. Good recovery, though, by Andrei Burakovsky, who has a goal tonight for Washington. Kuznetsov with 2, Backstrom, Johansson, Burakovsky, and Williams.
Great blue line defense by the Capitals these last 2 rushes by the Oilers, and the best defense right now is just get that puck back over the blue line, not let it get inside the Cap zone. So continue to hold the fort, and you got to go stick the puck at all times here.
It's Burakovsky digging in defensively. Philip Grubauer looking to his left. Grubauer's first appearance of the young season. Braden Holtby given the night off after out-dueling Ryan Miller last night in Vancouver, BC. Fane fidgets into the offensive zone. He'll send it hard around. Hall trying to win a board battle with Oshie. Dmitry Orlov clamps onto it for Washington. Ovechkin angles through center. Zigs and zags on the rush. Ovechkin on the drop pass. Oshie right to the cooker. Paddle down, Talbot the save. Purcell counterpunching. Good hustle there on the back check from Kuznetsov.
And once again, as Alan May was documenting, that's the 3rd time they've stalled the Oilers right at the Caps' offensive blue line.
Kuznetsov winds it up. Leaving it for Williams, who spins. Ran into trouble there, namely Taylor Hall. Gryba has it. Powering his way through center. Eric Gryba, former Boston University Terrier. This is Orpik, who played his college hockey at BC. Johansson on the entry. Marcus's feed to the front. Talbot made a fine save there as Williams was storming the crease. Thompson Creek, this window of opportunity. Alan May, a special moment for you back in 1988.
December 23rd, Alan May, our buddy inside the glass, whirling and dealing against Calgary, rips him off and puts her home. Way to go, Alan May.
Yeah, you guys are going to make me cry. I'm so old, I only have that goal on Betamax, so.
I'm surprised it's in color.
You know, a funny story about that, Gary Suter is the guy that had the hiccups that gave that puck away to me. And the next year, I was living with Neil Sheehy in Washington. He was good friends with Gary. And Gary was at the house when I came home from practice one day, and I walked in. I'd never met him before. I just go, "Thank you very much." And he started to drop a lot of Canadian on me. Oh my God, it was hilarious.
To the present, as we start a weekend with the NHL on CSN. 5 other games going on. We saw that Montreal continues to run roughshod over the league. The Capitals next in line with Pittsburgh on Wednesday, a game you can follow on NBCSN if you're not there at Verizon Center. Edmonton will host the LA Kings on Sunday. Caps trying to make it a perfect road swing through Western Canada. Beat Calgary on Tuesday, took down Vancouver last night, and are now 2 better than Edmonton with 14:45 to go.
Yeah, Montreal a 7-2 victor over Buffalo. They said prior to the game, a lot of the players were talking, saying we're not taking the Sabres for granted. I guess they didn't. A 7-2 victory for the Habs.
This could be delay of game against Dmitry Orlov. Are the officials going to send him there?
I don't know. They're saying it clicked off the boards there. The way they were saying a click off the boards, face-off goes inside.
Well, right now the Capitals are sticking to their plan the way they have throughout this road trip, and it's been good, solid defense without the puck. They got caught a little bit the other night against Vancouver in the second period. I think they looked a little bit tired in that period, but tonight, here in the third period, good, solid blue line defense, stick to puck, not being too risky, not getting, careless with the puck, and they've got to do that the rest of the way here.
Our cheap shots on net showing Washington on top of Edmonton in that category. The Caps have surrendered the fewest shots on goal per game against this year. Oshie driving into the corner. You get a great look at he and Clefbaum. It's Oshie with it for Washington. Point position, Niskanen lets it go wide of Talbot. The huge rebound right to Nugent Hopkins. It dribbles back to center where Ovechkin is lurking. 6 minutes deep in the third. Ovechkin full throttle down the wing, winds and fires. He missed everything to the stick side.
Didn't miss by much though, did he? Wow, what a drive.
Oshie casually into the corner. He wants a line change. Pouliot angles his way back. Pouliot on the board tonight as well in this high-scoring game. Williams from his knees picks up Carlson. That pass Steve by Yakupov. Orpik is next in line, giving some ground. John Carlson on for Nicklas Backstrom. Pretty goal for Nicklas in the opening period. Williams using the glass to get it ahead, but not all that far.
Is it ever getting sloppy? It seems like both teams just trying to use speed, and right now a lot of sloppiness between the two blue lines.
Orlov slams to a stop, pressured by Connor McDavid, who tallied in the second period in the first minute of that frame. Korpikoski shouldered by Carlson, and Williams will get it out.
Two of the guys, and we talked about this every night, Oshie and Justin Williams, the amount of great plays they make on the boards with the puck, whether it's getting it out of the zone, but certainly inside the offensive zone of the puck protection and the slithering down the wall, getting that body position and making great plays. And it's just outstanding to see them do the little things of the game, the details so well.
Kuznetsov's plays are amazingly obvious. Williams and Oshie much more subtle at times. Gryba had that one blocked. Orlov sends it around. Light will golf at it. Bounced in the air, still in the Caps' D territory. Chorney reversing his field. Ferentz comes pinching down. Stevenson able to get it out. Finding Like. This is a 2-on-2. Like steps right on in. Drives. He missed it on the short side.
That was a 2-on-1 quickly there. Burakovsky was wide open on a good speed up that wing, but they allowed Brooks to waltz right in. That would have been great for Brooksy to score one there. He had plenty of time. Just ripped it trying to go top shelf.
Oilers out of their own zone. It's Hall streaking through center. Hall, angled there by Wilson. Good back check, but there's a penalty call. A hook. Wilson disagrees with the call of referee Dave Jackson. The Capitals are shorthanded when you return. Hall drawing the penalty. Oilers a man up. This game summary is brought to you by Night Point Systems. They offer the technology you need when you need it. Yevgeny Kuznetsov, magical tonight.
Yeah, he's been dominant for them. The Edmonton Oilers. Connor McDavid has himself a goal and assist. He's got his 5th goal of the season, which leads the Oilers.
Yeah, and a big offseason signing for the Washington Capitals. Justin Williams here with his first of the season. A great pass from Matt Niskanen, and Justin finishes it top shelf.
Justin Williams, so dependable, so durable. Just 1 game missed in his last 4 seasons. Nice to have him on board for the Capitals. 11.5 to go, regulation time. Wilson gone for hooking. Edmonton to its 5th power play. In this very young season, this ties for the most shorthanded situations for the Caps in a single game. The other was against San Jose. Washington's only loss of this season. Power play stats that are packaged by the UPS store. Justin Schultz, who led the Oilers in ice time last year, will wind it up.
And a full change by the Caps just 28 seconds into this power play.
Hall with overlapping speed, and then Nugent Hopkins. Schultz for Nugent Hopkins. Hall, then Lander. Lander had 6 goals last year, 4 of them on the power play. Schultz fires, it's weakened in front. Alsner keeping an eye on Lander. Hall shimmies away from Light, but the pass is a poor one. It'll send Edmonton back into its own zone.
Great sticks and lanes by the Capitals, making sure that they're not running out of position. I like the situation and the presence of mind of all those players to not get too caught over near the boards. An excellent job of killing time once again in the Oilers zone.
Sekera pinwheels away from Williams. Chimera will try him on for size. Andre Sekera to center. Able to brush it in off the glass. An odd bounce there. That actually was out of play for a whistle. But Deed shows us the road ahead. It's time to return focus on the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, the Penguins come to town Wednesday. It'll be covered at Verizon on NBCSN. Columbus Blue Jackets come to town Friday. We're at Florida Saturday. The Rangers the following Tuesday. And the Boston Bruins, 3 of the next 5 on the road ahead are on home ice.
That game in Florida on CSN Plus. Make sure you check your local listings. Letestu posted up at center. Backstrom will turn him away. Tom Wilson in the penalty box, another 19 seconds. Sekera motors through neutral. Drops it off, that's dangerous. Look at McDavid's move.
That's going to be a trip.
It's on Jay Beagle.
You know, he hasn't been, he's got 1+1, but he hasn't been a highlight reel. But there you see
Washington 83, trip.
that type of moves that he can do damage on, and that is inside, outside, always speed. They all talk about his 2nd and 3rd gear. Well, here he is. Inside, outside, the corkscrew. The evidence is right between the legs of Connor McDavid.
So Tom Wilson seated next to Jay Beagle right there. He'll be set free in 9 seconds. A 2-man advantage for the Oilers for just that short time. Nugent Hopkins on the draw. Pretty much a stalemate. Now won by Edmonton. Hall closing. Wrister right to the belly of Grubauer, and he'll cover.
And it's a double whammy on that penalty to the Washington Capitals, because your best right-handed faceoff man, Jay Beagle's the guy in the box, and that would be the person you want taking that last faceoff, and not Brooks Laich on that side. He'd be the guy you'd want on the other side.
Now they're going to sort it over at the penalty box. It shows 1 second on Wilson's penalty, but they sent him across. So their secondary timers obviously finished off that penalty. And so now the Caps will play 5-on-4.
With Michael Latta not in the lineup, guys, the other 3 centers, aside from Beagle, are lefties. Chandler Stevenson, Nicholas Backstrom, Yevgeny Kuznetsov. TJ Oshie will try his hand, a right-handed right winger who will try to just draw this to the boards, or at the very least neutralize Lander. Oilers still get possession. Fumble by Schultz, thank goodness, back to center. 5-on-4 for Edmonton. Their 6th man advantage. Schultz carefully through center. Nugent Hopkins gets the attacking line. Goes 360 away from Alsner. Hall absorbs the hit. Nugent Hopkins flushed out by Niskanen and taken down. Light digs it out, didn't get it clear. Schultz for a drive from Purcell that he whistled way wide. Oshie the other direction. TJ glides in. Hits the brakes, tries to play a little keep away. Hall knew that was coming. Hall 2-on-2. Light gets back. John Carlson there to clean it all up. Cam Talbot seeing Sekera to take the biscuit for a little ride now with 8.5 to go. The lead for McDavid is too far. That's icing against Edmonton.
Yeah, they're trying to stretch past the Caps. They don't have anything going, so they're going for the home run down by a pair on their power play. Everything to the outside. They haven't been able to get to the interior.
Locker and Allen, when you can, weigh in on this. Why is it so difficult for young center icemen to be good at the faceoff dot? McDavid only wins about 30%.
You know, I don't think it's something that you're really focused on in junior hockey or collegiately. You know, you're focused on how you're playing the game, the rest of it, the points. And Connor McDavid was probably schooling everyone at this throughout his hockey career. But I think as you get to the National Hockey League, there's bigger guys, there's stronger players, and there's players that really is their number one value on a hockey team that you're going head-to-head against.
And Connor McDavid often in Erie would not take face-offs, and he'd often play wing. They wanted him to be the first with the puck exiting the zone, so he didn't have to defend either. But it takes time. It watches a lot of film. You've got to get the techniques of other centers before you start to get effective.
The Erie Otters, I hear that name and I think Andre Burakovsky. He was there while McDavid was there. Dane Fox and Connor Brown, they were running wild. So Burakovsky sees his old junior mate go into the corner as it's banged back off the boards. Beagle set free in 8 seconds. Yakupov feeds the flank, gets the return pass from Letestu. Niskanen was right there in his grill. Pouliot captures the pass back just as Beagle was leaving the sin bin, rolls all the way to Talbot. 7.5 left. All the scoring in this game in the first 2 periods. 6-4 Washington. Korpikoski had to wait at the line. Delayed offside against the Oilers, who tag up. Ovechkin clears the zone. Kuznetsov plays it to the end boards. Looks for the carom. At the line, just swept away by Klefbom, denying Kuznetsov of a hat trick.
Beat himself to a set play off the back wall. Beat all of Oilers and caused a real problem for Talbot. Amazing speed.
Klinkhammer didn't get it out, didn't get it deep.
Well, this has to be terrifying for other teams right now. You focus so much on Ovechkin, and I don't think teams really understand the greatness of Evgeny Kuznetsov right now. He's absolutely thrilling. So dangerous and dynamic when he has the puck on his stick. And then you add TJ Oshie, who looks like he's played with those 2 guys for 10 years. And the smarts that he has, how tough he is with on his skates, and then what he does when he's protecting the puck. And once again, another guy with great stick skill.
Williams to the high slot, Johansson. That's intercepted by fellow Swede Klefbom. We have Kuznetsov for 5 quality chances off of his own blade tonight. Evgeny with a 2-goal, 2-assist. 4-point performance, a career best. Johansson lets it fly. Pad save. Talbot was a good one as Johansson changed the angle on that shot. Nugent Hopkins sends it back behind Grubauer. 6 minutes to go in regulation. Ferentz towards the goal. It caroms for Pouliot. Benoit to Yakupov. Carlson there to give him a little cross-check love. Ferentz shoots it wide on purpose. Active goalie stick from Grubauer. Ferentz, cross ring. This wrister hit traffic in front. Ferentz steps in, drills that one wide of the goal. Fane comes in from his point position. Good shift here for the Oilers.
Yeah, you knew they'd give one more big push. They still have another one left in the tank for them with just over 5 to go.
Yeah, well, guys, I want to go back on Evgeny Kuznetsov. You think he wants to play in Alberta? The Caps have 12 goals so far in 2 games, and he's got 7 points.
Not bad. Not bad. 6 tonight for Washington, and none yet from the grade 8, who's on a 5-game goal-scoring streak. Come on back for this one's conclusion. Evgeny Kuznetsov has been the driving force of the Caps offense tonight. A 6-4 lead. Our Land Rover defensive play turned in by Edmonton to deny him the hat trick.
Yeah, 1-on-4, and he just about kicks it in or goes off his shin. Klefbom probably pretty happy he kept this one out because he would have been a -5, Joby. Our Land Rover defensive play of the game. Klefbom pulling it off the goal line and keeping Kuznetsov from the hat.
-5.
Yeah.
That's good in a golf tournament. Stalemate along the boards. Oshie on this side. Kuznetsov will scoop it out. You can bet Barry Trotz's mantra between periods 2 and 3 was let's keep them off the scoreboard in the third. And the Caps have anchored things in front of Philip Grubauer. Capitals threatening to go to 6-1 at the outset of this 15-16 season. Gunning for their 5th straight decision. 4.5 until they're out of the woods. The net is off of its mooring.
Yeah, big collision there with Orpik and Purcell knocking that net off behind Grubauer.
Our military salute is brought to you by Pentagon Federal Credit Union. Tonight's honoree, Technical Sergeant Nara Liz Miguez, who's been an active member of the United States Air Force since 2009. Nara Liz, we appreciate all you and our armed forces do to keep us safe. Thank you very, very much. And a lovely photo there. Connor McDavid to face off against Nicklas Backstrom. After 2 periods tonight, Nicklas doing much better at the dot. He had won 9 of 14. Last night was a interesting evening at the face-off spot. Just 2 of 17 for Nick against the Canucks. This is icing.
You know, one thing that's held true to form tonight, as has all season, take out that San Jose game, is the Capitals suppressing shots, not letting shots get to the front of the net. Number 1 in the league right now. So far in this 3rd period, the push period by the Oilers, they've only had 4 shots on Philip Grubauer.
Who peeks out at this draw. You get his perspective. Alzner rolls it on for his partner Niskanen. Pouliot ventures over to make that play. Niskanen gets back to the front of the goal neatly to clear. Benoit Pouliot outlasting Nicklas Backstrom as the Capitals muddy up the water in the neutral ice. There's not a lot of room between the blue lines here for the Oilers. Williams looking for the takeaway. Whistle, penalty call from referee Watson. 3:59 to go, and the Capitals hold a 2-goal advantage on CSN. Folks, our ultimate decision of the night is brought to you by BMW, and it focuses on Nicklas Backstrom.
Hitting the seam at full speed. We got to see that one again. That was way back in the first, Joby, at 12:07 to make it 2-1. Then he's going to pick up his helper, secondary assist, as he siphons it down to Williams, who makes an amazing pass to Mojo at the end of the first. So Nick Backstrom, some ultimate decisions there for the Capitals assistant captain.
He's won 11 of 17 draws tonight. You can test drive a BMW today. Visit WashingtonDCBMW.com for exceptional offers. Nicklas yielding the floor to Evgeny Kuznetsov now, as the Capitals are given a man advantage late in regulation. Andrew Ference in the penalty box for Edmonton.
Can I test drive one of the ones we saw at the hotel in Vancouver?
You like the I-8, huh?
Yes, I do.
I had a feeling that had your name on it.
Oh, man, that was beautiful.
Burakovsky turns it for Kuznetsov. That pass trying to sneak to Williams. Kuznetsov has been so good when he's drifting behind the cage. Burakovsky through the seam. Ovechkin was jammed by that pass. Kuznetsov to Burakovsky. Backside feed Ovechkin, no trigger. Carlson straight away. Alex and Carlson playing the two-man game. Switch the point of attack. Kuznetsov fires. Score! Hat trick! Yevgeny Kuznetsov, 5-point game.
Icing on the cake. And I think the Caps were all out there hoping that Kuzi's going to get the hat trick. He's had that type of game. People just say, oh, it's just a hat trick. It's something special. A lot of players never have a chance to ever get a hat trick. And now he puts the icing on the cake. Short side sizzler on the power play. Kuznetsov gives the Caps a 7-4 lead.
Wow, this has been an incredible night to watch him play the game. And just puck on a string all game long. So much patience and poise with the puck. Feeding his line mates, and just so dangerous. And you look at the growth on this road trip alone by him is utterly fantastic. And then you take guys like Tom Wilson, Jason Chimero, Jay Beagle, what that line has done throughout this road trip. This team has to have so much confidence right now in all the players that hold this jersey on to play these games.
Kuznetsov all smiles at the bench. He came into tonight with a team-leading 6 assists. Tonight he has 3 goals and 2 helpers. Burakovsky and Carlson help out on the last power play goal for the Caps. 3 better than homestanding Edmonton. This one's a layup, folks. Our Caps player of the game, sponsored by the Palm Restaurant, is number 92.
7 shots plus 4, 5 points. We've been saying it all night. It seems to be a broken record by Evgeny Kuznetsov, but he has been that good, fans, here in Edmonton.
Folks, you can enter to be the Palm Fan of the Month at thepalm.com/fan. Gryba hatchets one towards the cage. Chorny there to play it back out. Washington 2.5 minutes away from a victory in Edmonton. The Oilers took both from Washington last year. Beat them 3-2 here, took them down 5-4 in the shootout at Verizon. As Backstrom is scissored to the boards by Schultz. Oshie swoops in there. A pass to the front deflected away by Justin Schultz.
And give credit to the coaching staff. They've got this team prepared. It was a tough turnover coming in late last night. They set it up. They had meetings this morning. I'm sure they watched some film. Game plan to a T to beat this young Oilers team here tonight.
The team will wing its way all the way home overnight tonight, something that I can't ever remember doing from this far away in Edmonton. Get a couple days, more than that, to prepare for Pittsburgh on Wednesday, a game you can check out on NBCSN, rivalry night. With the way Washington is performing offensively, they'd like to play tomorrow. They'd like to play when they land at 5 in the morning.
Sure, why not?
Maybe not. 80 seconds to go. Pouliot for Yakupov. Oh, fancy stick handling there from 10 in the blue. All those #1 draft picks overall, 4 in the last 6 years for Edmonton. It's a pretty interesting experiment, watching them all grow up together. Orlov. I guess the trouble is they're all at the front end of the rink, right? As Grubauer makes the save. Where is that overall #1 on the back end?
Yeah, they're going to have to improve the back end, and the goaltenders are going to have to come up with stops.
Folks, remember the Caps are on their way to winning. They scored 7 tonight. You get 50% off any online order tomorrow at papajohns.com. Make sure to use promo code CAPS50. The guys at Papa John's are going to be making a lot of pizzas for the Capitals this year. Yevgeny Kuznetsov continues to get the congratulations at the bench. 3 + 2 equals 5 for Yevgeny. And the Caps are going to be 3 for 3 on this road swing and winners of 5 straight overall, climbing to 6-1 in the process. Klinkhammer twists it through the goal mouth.
Yeah, big game coming up Wednesday against the Penguins, you know, and everyone talks about Crosby, Malkin, Ovechkin, Backstrom. Well, I think on everybody's tongue, it's going to be Evgeny Kuznetsov, because this is a coming out party for him. He was dominant here in Edmonton.
The final season of Rexall Place A 7-4 decision for Washington, bidding a very fond farewell to this building, the former Northlands Coliseum. This one goes the Capitals' way.
And this has been a tough building for this Caps team. They had lost 9 of the last 11 here. But it's Kuzi and the boys with a beautiful trip out west. Lots of funs, lots of goals, and lots of wins.
You, sir, were outstanding, Yevgeny. Great trip for the Caps, a 7-4 decision. Back to the studio, Al Koken and Brent Johnson.